Good evening. Happy Friday. I told you I'd be here on time. It is time for our Honey Smackdown watch along. And well, you know what? It's apparently Smackdown happened already. It's already happened. It's already long gone. But guess what? It's airing now for us over here on the East Coast. So we're going to get into all things Smackdown for the next 2 hours. Let's get it, y'all.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet.
What is going on? Happy Friday, beautiful people. Welcome to Wrestling with Honey's Honey Smackdown Watch Along, obviously sponsored by Women's Wrestling Talk, WWT Live, the number one women's network on the planet. And we are getting into our Honey Smackdown Watch Along. They are live or, previously live in France. And we are on the cusp of Backlash, on the commencement, and we are about to begin. And I can't wait. I'm excited. I had a nice relaxing day. Just got off WWT Live with the crew. Shout outs to Seth and TK, Boss Lady. And now we are here for our Honey Smackdown watch along for the next 2 hours on schedule. And we have our WWE Women's Champion entering the chat. And that would be Bailey, for those of you who don't remember. Obviously, you guys know I am your hostess, Wrestling with Honey. Good to see everybody. I can't wait to get into some wrestling shenanigans and talk some wrestling-ish with all of you guys. I'm super excited. Everybody's pretty amped up for Backlash. It seems to be like kind of somewhat a very quiet card, I could say. I mean, not really loud and in the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, not really, doesn't seem like it's giving too much action-packed things going on, but we just might get that because of how subtle the card is. And we are getting right into it now. We're going into Naomi. Well, Naomi's coming out, and Bailey is here as well. So I guess we're going to kickstart for the ladies, which is always good. Let's see. Ladies first. Boza, thank you for joining us in the chat here. And also thank you for joining us on WWT Live as well. He says, hi, honey, I saw online during WWT Live that officials at the show not WWE related sent a noise level warning. Anything over 100 dB can cause deafness. So it was going around Twitter. Triple H wasn't happy. You gotta be kidding. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Wow. They got a warning, a noise level warning in France. Huh. I mean, that's what happens when you come up with a show that tears the roof off. So, I mean, I'm not sure what else you would expect, It's WWE. Go big or go home. But, of course, we want everybody to be safe as well. Bozo also says, yeah, it's quiet. Nothing wrong with that. But to me, the women are carrying the show. Yes, as they should. As they very much should. So, yeah. Now, wait a minute. Am I misunderstanding? But this match is happening tonight? Or no? This is just Naomi and Tiffany. And Bailey is on commentary. Because I saw Bailey wasn't wearing any gear. So, yeah. I almost got confused for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I watching? Am I watching Smackdown or am I watching Backlash? Like, what's happening here? Been so much goings on today that I just got to make sure I keep up. There's times where I don't even know what day it is anymore. Yeah, so we got Tippy time, and they are loving Tippy time in France. It's no shade. Oh, Damage Control is coming out as well. So what kind of match is this? They didn't advertise this on their website, which is making me curious. Huh. So I guess it's 3-on-3? Okay. Well, the ladies are kicking it off, and it's a pretty big one. Big way to kick this off. You got, Damage Control coming on out with Dakota Kai. They're all together, yeah. Damage Control. Tag Team Champions still. And they have a big matchup coming up tomorrow as well. They're going to be going against, as we see here, against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. That's 2. out of the big three, because obviously the third would be Naomi. Now, could they pull it off? I don't know. I think they can. I think the big two out of the three could definitely pick up the win on this. I think it's about time we see it. And I'm loving that everybody's somewhat matching. So what is this? Wait, an 8-woman tag? Like, what is this? Or is this a rumble? Or this is just a lot. Hey. So we have Tiffy and Damage Control versus Bianca, Bailey, Naomi, and of course Jade. The storm is here, y'all. They did not advertise this at all. That's pretty crazy. This is a big way for this show to start. And there she is in all her glory, Miss Jade Cargill, the biggest acquisition in the WWE TKO partnership. Yes. Love it. Everything about her is just presence. It's just so good. She looks phenomenal. Like there's never a bad, like she can never have a bad angle or a bad moment. I love these outfit colors and coordinations. Naomi, you better work. I see you. She has the France flag as her color scheme for her outfit, which looks absolutely stunning. This girl is something else, man. I can like Jade. Every time I look at her, it's like the first time I'm looking at her, because she's just, her physique is just in pure insanity. Like I don't even know how else to describe it, but it's just, she's beyond. She's beyond. It's not even funny. And I love that her and Bianca are keeping the coordinations with the outfits. You know, that's very big when it comes to being in a tag team. You have to look the part. You know, you can look like a tag team. You're moving like a tag team, but now you got to be a tag team. So let's see what happens by tomorrow night. But first, we have an 8-woman tag team match to kick off the night for SmackDown. And this is a big way to start the night. And the ladies are, Boza, you weren't lying. The ladies are going to be carrying the night. Yeah, I was surprised to see that this was an 8-woman tag. That's what I was just like, wait a minute. Like, why are all these women coming out? I thought it was a rumble for a second. Matt Spano, good to see you as always. Oh, Naomi with a drop kick to the corner to Kairi Sane and a low insecurity, I would call that. Tag to Bianca Belair. Crowd is chanting EST. You can hear how loud they are. It's insane. And their arena had a warning. That's pretty freaking nuts. I mean, for somebody like me, I guess that's nuts because, you know, I was born in the city and being in New York, it's loud all the time. Like whether you're up at 12 midnight or whether you're up during the day, especially during the day. Or if there's a big event going on in Madison Square Garden, we're going to make noise inside, outside, while we're leaving, when we're coming in the arena. So it's just a given for us over here. But that's pretty nuts. That's so crazy. The women are setting the tone for the evening. Ooh, nasty backhand by Kairi Sane. And nope, counter by Bailey tagged herself in. She tagged herself into Bianca. This is where the BS starts. And Tiffany's along with Damage Control. Oh, nice slam by Tiffy. Nope, trying to get a pin on Bailey. That would be very crazy. For Tiffany Stratton to get a pin on the champion the night before Backlash would be pretty nuts. That's pretty something. Imagine that. Oh. Well, what an evening. I hope everybody's had a good week, you know, as long as there's progression. My week was pretty good. Can't complain. It's going by a little slow. I guess it's just, it's still kind of like the aftermath of the WrestleMania season, and it's also a draft. So it's like, now we're winding down. We're winding it back down, and we're already at Backlash. So it's like already the next PLE after WrestleMania. We're already a month after WrestleMania. I still can't believe it feels like it was just yesterday. I don't know if it was just me, but it feels like WrestleMania was literally just yesterday. And our tribal chief was still alive and well and kicking. I mean, he is still alive and well outside of the ring, but I'm talking about as far as in the ring and on TV and gracing us with his tribal chiefness. But, like all good things, they must come to an end. And Cody now is the champion. And we are going to be seeing Cody Rhodes tonight facing off with AJ Styles. They just had a contract signing last week. Let's see. We also have tag team action. We got A-Town Down Under versus the Street Profits as well. And we have the RKO show. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to be having the very first RKO show, which is really cool because I like how that blends together. It makes sense. It seems like they're giving them the treatment. If you guys saw WWT Live, shout outs to Sed. He said this, pun intended. He said that it's kind of like they're meshing them together the way they did with Randy and Riddle, as far as Kevin Owens and Randy go. Anthony BDC, hi Dad, what's up? Hope all is well. Thanks for joining. You made it. Apparently Smackdown already happened because it's in France and they already finished, and only now we're beginning. So let's join in on the shenanigans. We also have AOP, interestingly enough, showing up tonight on SmackDown, and we have them facing the New Catch Republic, which we know they've been going back and forth for the last couple of weeks. And I definitely see this feud it has to come to a halt eventually, but I was hoping for something a little bigger, maybe a bigger stipulation kind of match would be good. Maybe down the road, but I'm not even sure. I have to recheck these draft picks because I forget where everybody went. There's just so many people drafting, going to so many, going like either staying. A lot of them the talent is staying, and a lot of the talent is going, and sometimes I just lose track of who's staying and who's going, and then who's moving on up. But let's see. We have for SmackDown. Trying to find for SmackDown. Here we go. Yeah, Jade, Kevin Owens. Okay, yeah, saw that. Okay. Tiffany. Yep. Naomi. Oh, Piper and Chelsea Green, right? Pretty Deadly. Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae. Like, I'm just hoping that we see something different going on. And Giovanni Vinci is going to be on SmackDown as well. And Apollo Crews, Tegan Knox. So maybe we'll see some inklings of them showing up. I mean, we are ushering in a new era in WWE, and we are, in a new month and into a new PLE. And it's time to stir up the roster a bit, we definitely have a lot of call-ups, which is really cool. Ilya Dragunov is moving up. We got Lyra Valkyria moving up. We also have Keanu James moving up. And there's a lot of things going on in NXT. And unfortunately, they did have a few releases. If you guys haven't seen the WWT live show, we talked about it there. There was about 11 releases, one of those including Drew Gulak as well, which is quite ironic and weird considering the timing of everything that had happened that was released. Or supposedly, allegedly accused by Ronda Rousey of things and things like that. But, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so there's just a lot of wrestling information to keep up with. It's not even funny. I guess it's just, comes with the turf and comes with the line of work. But yeah, we have Damage Control going at it and giving it to Bayley. Asuka is just letting her have it. I mean, I feel like Damage Control has definitely just floated their way through this title reign. It's worked for them because I believe the chemistry with Asuka and Kairi Sane has been so strong for so many years, and considering that they've been tag team champions before, this was a perfect way to kind of like let them float and be like a transitional type tag team. I don't think they're going to be not immediately transitional, but at least, partially to a point, and to usher in somebody better. And I definitely feel like Bianca and Jade Cargill are those two to break the mold for the standard of the women's tag team division on a whole nother level. Bigger than we thought ever probably could be done before. You know what I'm saying? And with those two, there is no ceiling. So they will break barriers. They would be completely dominant. There would be nothing that they can't do. And then eventually later on, of course, down the road, you want to give them the whole Tiffany just cheap shot at Jade Cargill. Tiffy, listen, man. At least I give it to her though. She ain't afraid of nobody, and I love that about her. So I love that her attitude isn't cowardly, and she doesn't try to weasel her way out of situations. She's the pretty girl that talks her shit, and she can back it up as well. So I'm totally with that. Bailey and Bianca, are you gonna tag her? Bailey, you want to tag her. These two are never gonna be able to get along. Jade Cargill tagged herself in. Boot to the face, pump kick to Dakota Kai, choke slam to Asuka. What are you gonna do? You poor Kairi Sane. And it's a body slam. Oh, backbreaker. Tagging in Bianca, big splash to Dakota Kai. Tiffy stuck in the corner to watch. Oh, Dakota Kai's been getting power slammed by Jade Cargill for the last 3 weeks. Dakota Kai and wow, okay, teamwork. Between Dakota Kai and Chelsea Green, I don't know who's taking bumps for Cargill more lately. Oh, nasty drop kick by Asuka. This women's match is oh, come on, Naomi. Oh, belly to belly on Tiffy. Oh, wow. I can't even describe the arrangements of everything that's just happening right now. Oh my God. KOD. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Bianca, Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bailey win, with Bianca getting the pin. I think what are they trying to say here? Even though Bailey is the women's champ, she's the weakest link. Is that what they're trying to tell us here? I mean, I wouldn't consider Bailey a weak link, but I'm just saying. Bianca's very much into herself, but she's not feeling the whole Bailey situation. She doesn't trust her, and she probably never will. Look at these 4 women. I'm loving this. That was a good win. That was nasty. That combo, I don't know what it was. I don't know what do you call what Jade Cargill and Bianca just did, but it was absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening. They have to get these belts. They're giving me like that was like a Steiner brother or Dudley Boy type style move. Like, oh, what a good win too. That was excellent. Good match. Good way to start. Let's see. Let's get back into some of these comments here. Boza, I'm wondering, but would Jacob Fatu debut tonight? RKO show would make the great spot to do that. I was considering that. I had predicted that maybe he'd show up for tomorrow night during the tag team match, or if not afterwards. I didn't really consider him arriving this evening, but then again, you might be onto something. You never know. Matt Spano, put your fake ones away. Surprised they aren't starting qualifying matches tomorrow for King and Queen of the Ring. Yeah, I mean, I know Gunther has announced that he's going to be entering himself into the King of the Ring, so I guess we need to start hearing from the other people who are going to enter, and I guess once these rosters lock in, then we'll probably be hearing some things like that, probably going this week. If I'm not mistaken, that might have something to do with their announcement tomorrow. I did hear that WWE is supposed to be making an announcement on all their social medias. platforms. So I'm assuming that would maybe King of the Ring would have to have something to do with that, or maybe have a hand in that. Bianca still holds that 2.5-year grudge over Bayley. Oh yeah, for sure. And listen, when you break somebody's trust, there's only so much you could try to do to try to mend that, but there's no one doing it. They're revisiting Bianca versus Bayley for for sure, whether or not Bayley retains. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Even and it's going to happen probably after the tag team title wins. After her and Bianca, her and Jade Cargill have their reign. Let's see. Boza, not for nothing. We mentioned this in the WWT chat as well. We talked about this. We said that the big three could possibly be leaving with all the gold tomorrow, which would be very interesting. Nice win. Anthony Pizarro says, nice win. Dad also, these two punks, not for nothing. I said it a couple of weeks ago. Austin Theory has completely grown on me. And I always loved Grayson Waller for some reason. I always thought that he was actually really good, and he's like completely obnoxious. And I think he's a very talented superstar. He has a lot going for him, and even though he had even though his run in the main roster kind of started with an injury, he skated his way through that. Not skated his way through that, but he got through that, and he recovered well, and now he's a reigning tag team champion with Austin Theory. I mean, do I like the Austin Theory portion? Not so much. I mean, he did grow on me as far as watching him perform and understanding who he is as a character. And they both go really well together. So it was only right to put them together. I think that was a very smart move by Triple H to do that. But yeah, I like the Grayson Waller half more than I like the Austin Theory half. That's just me. But yeah. All right. That was a hell of an 8-woman tag. I'm surprised with all the leaks and everything like that of what was going on for Smackdown this evening. People, because France is ahead of us in the time zone, so they were, they saw everything already, and there was already leaks online and things online that they were talking about. That's funny, but yeah, I guess we shall see going forward with the time zones. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, this is. I mean, we should have already kind of known that this was going to happen, even considering when Elimination Chamber happened in Australia. How many of you guys stood up all night, or stood up all night to watch that whole pay-per-view? Like there was moments in time where I was almost falling asleep, and I found myself falling asleep for probably 10 minutes or so, but I didn't really miss much. But I made sure that I had to stay up for that pay-per-view thoroughly, in and out, because I was not risking any spoilers. And I'm surprised with all the spoilers. That's what I was going to say. I'm surprised with all the spoilers that did come out of the Smackdown evening and how it went. I'm surprised that match didn't come out. Like, no pictures or anything of it yet. Maybe I just didn't see it. But I was just trying to stay away from all of that. Weirdest honey pot predictions. Bianca is sick and tired of talking about Damage Control, and she wants the title. Ooh. Bianca getting real aggressive towards Bayley, and you know what? Not for nothing, I can't really blame her. Oh boy, I don't know. You guys think Bianca might lose her cool or what? Boza says, my only critique from tonight was that it sucks that Fox doesn't air this live. The chances of people reading spoilers and not watching tonight are good. Yeah. Bianca either hates Bayley still or wants to be the champ. That's possible too, because they did, angle the camera a certain way. like about, when she was mentioning the title, who's to say that she might, who's to say that they get the tag team titles at all, and then Bianca just goes for the main title, and then that's when we start seeing a little bit of dissension in the ranks between the big three, possibly, because there's a lot of individuals and a lot of fans that could argue that Naomi deserves a title shot as well, just as much as Bianca does, just as much as Jade Cargill does. So, I mean, you put a big three together just to smash it all, like just to throw it all away. I would hope not, especially when you've been dressing them alike and you've been creating their entrances to be bigger than and larger than life. Like, I don't know, but they are all different. At the end of the day, they all are individuals, and regardless whether they're together as the big three or whether they're not, they're gonna be fine. Period. Carmelo Hayes is in the house. I can't believe this. Yo, Melo is on Smackdown. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley offering advice, saying, call me. But Melo was like, nah, I'm good. Ooh. Ooh, a little heated tension between Melo and Bobby, because Melo's the hot new talent and he thinks he's like, he got this in the bag. Like, I know this main roster. Like, I know what to work with. I know how to work it. I've done this already in NXT, so I'm going to do it here. And then he completely blindsides Bobby Lashley with a very obnoxious comment. A very mean comment saying, when was the last time you shot your shot, Bobby? And honestly, you can't fault him because he's not wrong. But Bobby did give him a warning for free, gave him some advice for free, and said, watch who you disrespect. I mean, there's just been a lot of disrespecting going on. All these diss tracks coming out this week, it's just been a lot. It's just a lot. and now Melo and Bobby Lashley next up. And I could definitely see that going on one-on-one. That would be freaking crazy. Authors of Pain versus New Catch Republic is up next. So we got some tag team action going on. This is probably where it got really loud in France, I'm sure. And just like that, we are in the 8:30 mark for our Smackdown watch along. Let's continue to get into some of these comments here as well. DJ Magic J, thank you for joining us. Hey Mama Honey Pod, you okay? And are you watching Smackdown? Because I've already watched it all. Yeah, I know. You guys got us ahead of time. Unfortunately, we are behind, but it's okay. We're catching up. Before you know it, we'll be already talking about what's going on, and I would have caught up with you anyway. But yeah, we are a half hour in. We just watched the 8-woman tag team match, and we got the tag team match coming up now with New Catch Republic and AOP. We saw a little bit of backstage friction between Melo and Bobby Lashley, and we also saw Bianca delivering Bayley a warning about damage control and hopefully about being done with damage control. Because I think she's pretty much about had it with them, if you ask me. Boza says, Melo has a chip on his shoulder. Drafted in first round. Think he knew he was getting drafted because Fightful said he was on the schedule to travel and had a non-title match with the champ Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Melo's walking around like his shit don't stink, apparently, you know, especially the fact that he lost to his best friend, former best friend, Trick Willie, which we are now in the whoop that era of NXT, and out with the old and in with the new. And the same goes for Melo as well over here, because now he is out with the NXT old and in with the Smackdown new. And apparently he's already doing a really good job at making the worst of friends, for sure. Anthony, good to see you. How's everything going? Hope your week has been good. Happy Friday. Happy night before Backlash. Happy Honey Smackdown watch along. Oh man, so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of avenues to discuss with Melo. Melo's definitely going to be going places on this roster. I could definitely see him going against maybe some Kevin Owens. I could definitely see him. I could definitely see some friction going forward with Bobby, maybe more than one time, possibly. And let's see, maybe even Randy Orton along down the line, or AJ Styles. There's a lot that can happen. There's a lot that can happen on this roster. It's going to be really, really, really good. I'm just looking forward to the card for tomorrow night. We actually have. It seems pretty short. We discussed it on the show. It seems like a pretty light card for the evening, but it seems like it's going to have its moments though, because of the type of matches, not the type of matches, but because of the superstars that are in the card itself. Let's see. Yeah, we have Jey Uso versus Damian Priest. We have the triple threat tag team women's match. We have Bailey, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton. Tickets on sale Thursday for SummerSlam. Yay! Who's going to Cleveland? WWE Women. We have the Women's Tag Team Championship. We got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Tama Tonga. The debut of Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa, which I predict will definitely be Solo's first win. And then, of course, we have the championship match, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. And tonight we're going to be seeing them go face to face, one final showdown before the PLE. Okay, so now they're giving us some preview highlights of the draft and the moments of the draft that happened on Monday. And shout outs to Bianca Belair for being the first round draft pick to SmackDown. DJ Magic J says, yeah, going to the end of the show gets lit. Oh, don't say that. Are you serious? There's another Uncle Howdy teaser. Gets lit as F and an Uncle Howdy teaser. Oh my goodness. So we get an Uncle Howdy teaser, it's like legit an Uncle Howdy teaser. Oh my God. Don't give me any more spoilers, please. Oh my God. I want to be surprised because I need to get my reactions. I need to give you guys my genuine reactions. So I don't want to know everything. But to answer your question though, I will answer your question. So what do you think of Bray Wyatt's brother taking over after his passing? I think it's important. I think it's necessary, and I think that it's definitely something that is not to be expected of Bo as a viewer, but of Bo as someone, as if I was putting myself in his shoes. I would want to carry on my siblings' legacy if it was that of that nature as Bray Wyatt's, you know what I mean? And we saw in the documentary, if anybody saw the Bray Wyatt documentary, Immortal, or Becoming Immortal, but if you guys saw that documentary, you would know that Taylor, very much looked up to his brother Bray Wyatt, and what literally was his hero, and was very much influenced by him. They did everything together, and as rightfully so, as from one sibling to another. I mean, I don't know what it's like to lose a sibling, in that way, in that in that nature, because in such a final nature, or in such a final state. But if I did, I would do exactly what Bo is doing, and I think it's a beautiful thing that he gets to take over after his brother's passing, just to carry the legacy of the Rotunda family. Because as we know, as in Cody Rhodes' song does say, wrestling has more than one royal family, and the Rotundas are definitely one of those royal families that are usually on the back burner of mentioned families in the WWE, and powerful families. I mean, I wouldn't call them powerful, but I would definitely say influential and impactful in the business, because the Rotundas and Barry Windham and Black Jack Mulligan, they were all very well known in their own right. So I think it's a beautiful thing what Bray is doing, and I think Bo's gonna do it very much justice, because he is a walking, spitting image, if not maybe a little smaller version of Bray Wyatt. They look the same. Some at moments they sound the same, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. So it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see this teaser that you speak of. I'm really excited now. Boza says, I hope that answers your question, by the way, DJ Magic J. Boza says, "LOL, that asshole's hometown. He won't admit it. Claims to be from Durango, Puerto Rico for tax reasons, I think." Talking about Logan, who had 6 months as the longest champ today. I guess, whatever. Next, I don't know if anybody saw my honey pot predictions the other day, but they were Logan Paul had made an appearance on Raw, and I was saying it's your United States Championship, and I say he's your champion because he's not my damn sure ain't my champion. So I will never acknowledge Logan Paul on this channel. Not while I'm doing my honey Smackdown watch along, unless I'm forced to talk about him and he's out here and doing things. I guess I'm gonna have to acknowledge him. So, well, maybe not acknowledge, but know that his presence is, be aware of his presence, I should say. Nightbird says, hello Nightbird. I really, really love your avatar photo there. DJ Magic J, very true. Rosa says, France is a hot crowd, but Final Testament still comes out to silence, no booze. They're chanting something. Tyler Bate, you really trying to suplex this guy? Like, damn well you can't do it. Would somebody get this man some knee pads? Or is it just me? Tagged by Pete Dunne. Bruiserweight going to the top. Oh, I feel like we're going to see some flying. I feel like we're going to see some flying Birmingham boys. And there was one. Oh, Pete Dunne's not going to fly. That's right. He doesn't do the flying stuff. He does the technical stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to say this. Cross looks absolutely amazing. Just saying. Has anybody seen this guy's physique? Like his diet and his new regimen and workout plan. I don't know if anybody follows him on the socials, but he has been beasting. They're gearing him up. Watch. And a lot of people might not be with it, but he's gonna be ready. He's gonna be ready when it counts. They just need to help him get over that hump of wearing that stupid outfit that they made him wear a few years back, Cindy-O, good to see you, my dear. How are you? I don't know what you're up to on SmackDown, or if you caught up already, or if you've seen everything already, but we did have a wonderful 8-woman tag team match this evening. DJ Magic J says, DJ Magic J says, who do you think is going to be the next USA champion, or is there multiple wrestlers that could win that belt? I definitely think there could be multiple wrestlers that win that belt. But if I had to pick a next US champion, I would possibly say LA Knight. I would like to say LA Knight. I could see him being a US champ. Or let me see. Yeah, LA Knight. I think that's just going to be my only answer and final answer. Cindy L says, I called my girls on Raw. Yes, you did, sweetheart. Yes, you did. You ate that. And they just had a wonderful 8-woman tag team match. Damage Control with Tiffy Time versus Bianca, Naomi, Jade Cargill, a.k.a. the Big Three, along with Bayley, which was a pretty sickening match to start the night. And I can't believe it's already like 8:45. Like, the time is just going. Anthony says, I just got home from work. Did I miss the 4-on-4 women's match with Bianca, Jade, Naomi? Yep. Yes, you did. It kicked off the night, actually, which was really, really good. It was really good. So make sure you check that out. Stat. Oh, Lord. So now we have, we're still in the tag team match. I'm sure we could probably end up seeing Jey Uso and Damian Priest tonight. Maybe not. I don't know what else we'll have time for within the next hour. They didn't really advertise a lot for tonight, which is strange. But I guess that's because they're trying to keep it tight-lipped for what the results are going to be for tomorrow night. So we'll see. The LDLC Arena in Lyon, France. Lyon, France. Cindy says, Tiffy Time with DC. I'm on a roll. That's a pretty nasty little combo there with Damage Control and Tiffy. Anthony asks, so did I miss the 8-women tag match tonight? I really wanted to see what Bianca Tiffy in the ring looks like and Jade and Tiffy looks like in the ring. Yeah, it was really good. I suggest you watch it back when you get a chance. You should definitely check it out. It was a really good match. Even if it's not on demand right away, check it out or find a clip. We could maybe find a clip of it. Cindy says, I want Carmelo Hayes getting a belt ASAP. That you know what? He could be one. He could be a choice to answer DJ Magic J's question about the U.S. title. He could be a winner for the U.S. title. That would be awesome. But I don't know if it will work against Logan Paul, being that Logan Paul isn't really a face and Melo is a heel as well. So I don't know. It's very rare. I mean, hey, that would be a way to get the people to like Melo, for those that aren't really fond of Logan Paul like myself. That was a crazy move. Tyler Bates somehow cannot get that tag to Pete Dunne, and these guys, AOP is just absolutely destroying him. Bouncing off the ropes and clothesline, bringing him off of his feet. And the tag, Pete Dunne is in. Step up Itsugiri. 1 and 2. Pete Dunne is just coming undone and unleashing fury on AOP. This little guy, all by himself. Love it. Uh-oh, watch out. Oh, nice move there. 1, 2, nope. Anthony says, I had a feeling that the 8-woman tag match would have started the show, but I was coming home from work, really wanted that match. What did Bianca and Tiffy look like in the ring together? Bianca and Tiffy, like, not for nothing, it's the whole match, and all of the women in that match absolutely killed it. Like the sequence of the match and the the way some spots were done. Like, it was just, oh my God, he is picking him up and he is spinning him around. Holy God. How is he picking this big boy up? Oh my God, Tyler Bate. Between Tyler Bate and Ilya Dragunov have like the most mutant strength I've ever seen out of a UK superstar. It's not even funny. Running knee, up, 1, 2, nope, kick out. Or excuse me, pin broken by Akbar. I'm not sure what they're saying. I can't even hear what they're saying, but France is loud in there. France always has insane crowds, Cindy L says. Cindy says, I always thought Mania Paris was a no-brainer. Oof. Can you imagine? But not if they probably won't even have it over there if you're sending out noise level warnings and shit, because apparently that's what they sent to the crowd here tonight. Apparently they were sent noise level warnings, and they had to keep it down. Triple H wasn't really happy about that, and that information was given to us thanks to Boza in the chat. Scarlett with a slight distraction, and just like that, the tables turn. This looks like it's the beginning of the end for the New Catch Republic. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay. Anthony says, damn, the Dunn boy picked up the big boy. Yeah, that's crazy. No, that wasn't even the Dunn boy. That's Tyler Bate. Damn, did he just break his finger? Somewhat. Wrestle Talk TV tweeted it. Thank you, Boza. Appreciate you. Anthony also says, A-Town Down retained the titles against the Street Profits time SmackDown. Not my prediction. It's what's happened. No spoilers, guys. I'm doing a watch along. Jesus Christ. Cindy O. Taylor. EO isn't in France. You know where she is? Marigold in Japan. Very nice. What's she doing over there if you have this scoop? Well, victory for AOP, and they move on to the next. Yes, show some bloodline stuff, please. Yeah, there's been a lot going on back and forth with KO and Tama Tonga, man. They're gonna get their hands on each other, and it's not going to be pretty at all. Cindy O says she's about to have a match with Julia, according to Japanese insiders there. Ooh, that's huge. That is huge. And Julia just signed with NXT. That's big, and they both got a gig in Japan. That's awesome. Yeah, Randy Orton came to the aid of Kevin Owens after, the numbers game almost got run up on again by Kevin Owens, and MFT, which we finally found out what that means. Wait a second, I have to stop. Paul Heyman has just walked into the office of Nick Aldis. Did you get my memo? I did. Request denied. Paul Heyman Paul Heyman has just stated that whatever happens to Kevin Owens. Oh. Oh. Paul Heyman just said he hasn't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Roman Reigns did not pull himself out of the draft. Paul Heyman pulled Roman Reigns out of the draft. Because he wants to protect Roman Reigns, and he will not have him ensue in the chaos that's going on with the bloodline right now. And whatever happens to KO and Randy Orton will not be on his conscience. It will be on Nick Aldis's conscience. We're definitely getting Jacob Fatu. We're definitely getting Jacob Fatu. RKO show is next, and Paul said, if you want, Nick Aldis said, Paul, if you want to pull Roman Reigns out of the draft, why don't you try pulling Randy Orton and Kevin Owens out the tag team match tomorrow if you don't want them to fight. Apparently, he doesn't want them to fight for the sake of saving Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, which tells me that this serves as a warning for sure. Boza says, ha, Nick told the truth and the wise one didn't like it. Honey's tribal chief, I think, doesn't have the confidence the bloodline will win. Honey, what's going on with your bloodline? Let me tell you something. This isn't my bloodline. I'm just going to make one thing clear. This is not my bloodline. Solo is not my tribal chief. Tama Tonga wasn't part of my bloodline. He just got here. I'm just saying my bloodline is Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Solo, and even Sammy. That's my bloodline. And Paul Heyman. That's my bloodline. And Roman Reigns is my tribal chief. So I'm just going to make that one thing clear. This is not my bloodline. This is not my bloodline. No, thank you. I love them. I appreciate the story for where it's going. I mean, I'm not sure where it's going entirely just yet. I hope we start seeing some more moves being made, because it's getting a little like, what's going on? Like, what are we looking at? What are we supposed to be looking at? You know, that's what it's kind of giving. And this is all telling me that we're definitely going to be getting Jacob Fatu, and Paul Heyman is obviously giving a warning to Nick Aldis, which Nick Aldis seems to be taking very lightly. You know, and I understand Nick Aldis is on a high because we are in France and we are in the first PLE in France, and it's backlash. And we, like all things in life, we know everything has a backlash. So we'll see what happens with that. But to answer your question, Boza, this ain't my bloodline. My bloodline has Roman Reigns as my tribal chief and on my TV every week. And I don't see that lately. So with that being said, moving on. Anthony says that's BS. Paul Heyman has spoken to him since then. We all know it's BS. He's definitely spoken to the tribal chief since then. But he said, for storyline's sake and storyline purposes, he's saying that he hasn't spoken to the tribal chief since WrestleMania. And that's saying a lot. And if Paul Heyman pulled Roman Reigns out of the draft, what does that say about Roman's position? And how do you guys think Roman would feel about that? I would feel pretty some type of way, in a way. But again, that's one of the things that makes Roman untouchable. Roman is he's the head of the table. He is the locker room leader. He is the guy. He is the face still, even without that title. And he is still being praised, even though he is not there anymore. right now. He's probably somewhere on some island, just living the dream and just laying on the beach with his wife and kids and enjoying his time as he should, because the man worked hard and carried the company on his back for 3 years and the titles as well. And built superstars along the way to do it while doing it. Boza says it's the worst kept secret. We are so getting Jacob Fatu. The guy has been rumored for 5 to 6 weeks to sign with WWE. Absolutely, he definitely has. He's been advertised for the last few weeks. So, and they said that he's been signed to them for a while, and they've been saying that he should be debuting like within a week or so. So they've been trying to keep us guessing as to when that's going to happen, but it's obviously going to be tomorrow. Cindy, right? Not my president. Exactly. Hashtag not my tribal chief. Hashtag not my president. Thank you very much, because that's not it. Hashtag not my bloodline. You know what? I'm gonna type that here. Hashtag not my bloodline. Boom. That's what we're gonna do. Give me hashtag not my bloodline. Cindy also says that damage control and Tiffany loss gives me a fate hope that DC retains tomorrow because Bailey cost them and that triggers Bianca. Ooh, you think, okay, so you think it's gonna go that route. Okay. I was more going, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, with I was talking with TK and the crew earlier on WWT Live, and I was saying that I'm kind of on the bandwagon with the big two out of the big three. And I'm kind of really high on them winning because I just wanted to see it happen. And I think that would be a great tag team. But that is also a great twist. That could be a swerve. That could be a really good swerve for the night. So good. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Good prediction there. I think that would be pretty crazy. Yeah. I am voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. Wow, they are singing it. That's a rare occasion for the Viper. They don't usually have anybody singing along like kind of the way they would if Cody was there. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was Cody's theme song. That's pretty funny. But good for him. I love this run for Randy. Honestly, I really do. And here we go. Big boy, Kevin Owens. I like the RKO shirts. I like those. Wu-Tang colors. I always appreciate that. Kevin Owens is getting some sleeves there. He's getting more ink on the sleeves. Like it. First edition ever of the RKO show. This is a big one for Kevin Owens. He's had highlight reels. He's had his own show, and now he's got the RKO show. Let's see what these boys have to say. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I can't even imagine Kevin Owens having a show wanting to say anything at all anyway, because of the fact that he really can't stand Solo and wants to beat the hell out of Tama Tonga. Of course, we know that Kevin Owens speaks French. Welcome to the first edition of the RKO show. Boza says, I like this run for Randy too. He's appreciating it more because it could have been taken away due to his back injury. If he was, he still had a hell of a career. Oh, absolutely. I agree. He's the legend killer, become legend, and future Hall of Famer. So I think this is more like the graceful and grateful period for Randy, and rightfully so. He's worked up to being this exactly where he is in this moment all his life, you know, for throughout his life since he started in the business. And he's learned a lot, you know, from being one of the young guys to being like a Carmelo Hayes to thinking that his shit didn't stink, and now he's a locker room leader. And he's been with some of the best minds in the business. He had Ric Flair. He was under the tutelage of Ric Flair, Batista, and Triple H. That's insane. I mean, even though him and Batista came up together, that he still learned a lot. You know, those were all. You look at Randy like he was the little brother, and they were the big brothers. You know, and he had to learn a lot, and he's just completely. He's completely risen to the occasion as the legend he was meant to be. Anthony says Kevin Owens speaks French. Yes. Cindy Hill says French RKO show, please. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Paul Heyman apparently has something to say. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so weird seeing the Advocate alone. I mean, we've seen him alone when Roman was still champion, but we haven't seen him alone like this without Roman as champion, and it's just so weird. Is Paul Heyman? My name is Paul Heyman. They're loud in there. Hall of Famer. The undisputed wise man. I love that for him. Tonight I come out here with respect and admiration, and of course, with wisdom. Okay? That's funny. He was about to come in the ring, and Kevin Owens he says to Randy, "You can't RKO him right away." And Randy's like, I'm more of an out of nowhere kind of guy. There will be no RKOs this evening, according to the wise man. And Randy begs to differ. We want who? We want Roman? You know what? I'm getting sick of y'all. I'm getting sick of you fake Roman fans. He wants Roman back too. Yeah, me too. I miss my tribal chief. Y'all, you know what? All these fake flippity floppity flipping ass little, like I can't take it. Makes me so upset. It's like he was there every week. Everybody got sick of him. They didn't want to see him no more. And like, it's the same shit. Blah, blah, blah. And now he's gone. and they want Roman. Lord help me. The rules with Solo and Tama Tonga are a whole lot different. Do your family, do the fans a favor and back out of the match now. Oh boy. Boza says it was weird seeing Heyman without his gold in his hands. Roman was his meal tickets for almost 4 years. Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, now they want to root for my tribal chief. Like Boza, like, you see this crap? Now they want to root for him when he's gone. That's when you love him, when he's gone. Disrespectful. The disrespect. I will not tolerate any Roman disrespect or slander during my watch along. Randy's got an official question and he says, who's the real tribal chief? We all know who it is. It's Roman Reigns. Anthony says everybody wants Dad says everybody wants the tribal chief back. Yeah, now they do. Pisses me off. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I just did. Shoot. I think I took somebody off the comments here and I didn't mean to do that. Darn it. Oh man. I don't know how to undo that, but I'm sorry if I did that. Oh man. There's no way to how do you guys undo a comment or undo a deleted comment? That's so messed up. I didn't mean to even do that. Oh, I feel so bad. Cindy says, I'm imagining the pop when Julia comes out in Rome speaking Italian. Boza says, do we think the final boss is pulling the strings? I don't think he thinks the bloodline can win. Rumor has it that he still could be. And they said he's very much part of this storyline going forward, even though he's not on TV. Oh, chaos. Here we go. Security everywhere. KO flipping outside and knocking everybody down and throwing tables and all the props from the set. Anthony says, I remember Paul Heyman from the ECW days in Philly. He ran that company into the ground and owed a lot of money to different people. So when they WWE hired him, they gave him a salary of $50,000 a year. This way everybody owed money. Oh my God, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. Yeah, that swanton to the security staff was no joke. Street Profits in the building. Is he really, guys? Uh-oh. New WWE Tag Team Champions. Can we possibly see it tonight? And we want the smoke. They brought it back. Oh. Ooh. Oh my God. LA Knight is in the house, y'all. The megastar is in the building. I wasn't expecting that. Holy cow. Yeah. LA Knight, baby's in the house. Versus Angel Garza of Legado de Fantasma. Okay, so we got a little piss break match. They should have had LA Knight versus Cody for the championship, babyface versus babyface for a champion. You know that's not going to happen yet. And that can't happen. Not that way. Dang it, how the heck do I get somebody to join back in on the stream? I've deleted, this is gonna sound so terrible, but I deleted my dad accidentally. I was trying to like highlight something that he said, but this is, now I can't bring him back in. This is so stupid. I gotta text him. That's so funny. I clicked the wrong button. I get all trigger happy on the iPad. It's like still new. Alrighty, well, LA Knight 1-on-1 with Angel Garza. I'm here for that. LA Knight's definitely not going to get a title shot until later on, for sure. Orange Hurricane is on fire. Yeah, dude, like, I feel horrible. I feel so bad. I can't believe I did that. And there's no way for me to, like, go to his name. Let's see here. Maybe if I'm just playing with some buttons here. Friday. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure out the problem here. Well, anyway, in the meantime, because we are pretty much almost at the end of the road for our Honey Smackdown watch along, what we can do and what you definitely should always do, is check out our merch.
Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Do you want to step your wrestling swag game up to the next level? Then Women's Wrestling Talk has got you covered. Like literally. Are you for life in pink or black and white? Or maybe you're the EST and people need to respect you accordingly. Want to put some pride in your stride and show off the muscle in your hustle? Then make sure you check out the WWT store. Not now, but right now. Alright? What you waiting for? Head to www.talkpodstore.com and don't make me fight you. Shit.
Boop, what she said. Make sure you go grab that merch. Oh, there it goes. I saw it. I look up and I see the screen, and there was another scanner code. Oh my god. There was another QR code. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean? I just need to know what it means. I think Bayley retains women's champion tomorrow night, but Tiffy comes close. Elektra Lopez is so sexy. She's alright. Nah, she's not. She's a very good looking woman. Very good looking. LA Knight already bringing it to Angel Garza. I'm gonna need to look for this. I need to find this QR code. I need to see where this leads. Oh, it leads to something. Something could definitely be going down tomorrow. Ooh, something's going down tomorrow for sure. Ooh, there seems to be like this figure in a white dress. Says we opened his arms in a room with candles. We opened his arms. Our pain became his. Oh my God. We were reborn. Guys, because We believed. Oh my God, y'all. Something's going down. Something's definitely going down with this, it has to be happening tomorrow. Something's got to be going on tomorrow. Wait a minute. We believed. If you guys go to the scanner code, if anybody hasn't seen it yet, it leads you to something. It's a woman in a figure, a white lace dressed figure, covered, standing in a room full of candles, and she's saying, "We believed." And what did Bo Dallas always used to say? All you have to do is believe. That's pretty sickening if that's the case. If they had somehow did that and tie that in with, oh my God, that's so, the storytelling. I'm so here for it. Yes, wife. Oh, there goes my dad. Dad, I don't know what happened, Dad, but I thought I don't know what the heck happened, but I thought I pressed the wrong button on your name when I was reading your comment. But there he is. Wyatt family. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, I don't feel as bad. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but it removed your comment. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to read my dad's comment. But yeah, so apparently there's a female figure in a white, look, hold on, let me see if I could pull it up here. This is the photo that comes up, guys. This is the photo that comes up, and you see the figure standing right here in white lace, and she's in a room full of candles. And it was saying a bunch of things like he opened his arms to us, and our pain became his because we believed. And in this lately in the scanners, in the QR codes, we've been seeing like the words come up like this. And there's it says because we believed. That's what all of those words are. It says we believed. But in one section where it's kind of circled, I don't know if you guys could see the circle, but in that circle, it spells BOLIEVED. We believed. Something is happening this weekend. And not for nothing, I don't know if anybody saw the NXT post show. The NXT post show happening on Wednesday mornings, on the East Coast, 10:30 on the East Coast. There was a scanner code that popped up and QR code that popped up during NXT, and that doesn't happen on NXT, which tells me one thing: nobody is safe. They're coming for the whole division, including NXT, and rightfully so, because Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, which we know he will return as Uncle Howdy, was an NXT champion. So that's saying a lot. And then if you have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and Eric Rowan and people. Braun Strowman, even maybe. I'm hearing Dexter Loomis's name floating around. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. But it's definitely Bo, and I'm so glad. I'm just so happy it's happening, only because I've been wanting to know. Like, even when Bray was around and he had brought this new version of himself and brought these new characters and stuff like that. I still wanted to know who Uncle Howdy was from the beginning. And I knew we wouldn't even get that kind of confirmation. But when we got that confirmation on the Bray documentary, my husband would always say, it is Bo, it's about, it's gotta be him, it's Bo, it is. It's gotta be Bo. And I knew in my head too, like, I get where people are coming from when they say, but yeah, you already, it had to be him. It was his brother, da, da, da. And they confirmed it later on, but I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth himself. I wanted to hear it from Bo Dallas. So when I finally did hear it in the documentary that it was Bo Dallas and he confirmed it, and I was just so elated and relieved, and I'm just like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted assurance that it really definitely was him. And just to find out that it was really cool, because it's just like, that's just a cool way to be able to create something that deep with a family member of yours and be able to put it into something that you love. And wrestling is what their fathers did, you know what I'm saying? Their father did. So like, it's just, that was just really cool. And I'm just glad that it's happening. I just don't know how it's happening, but I think we also have to pay attention to when these QR codes popped up. And you know what? It didn't hit me till just now, but it was during Bray, it was during Rich Holland, it was during Rich Holland and Shawn Spears match, it was during this match, it was during a few other moments. And we've been seeing these scanner codes pop up for a long time now. So it's just like, we probably didn't pay attention to when these popped up, but we should have. Because I feel like they could possibly be naming targets that they're going to be looking at going forward. Let me talk to you. The man speaks. Let's hear what he has to say tonight. Yeah. This is, instead of saying this is my ring, I'm going to make this my ring. What do I mean by that? Oh, we got a King of the Ring announcement from LA Knight. King of the Ring announcement from LA Knight. He's the second one announced. We had Gunther. Now we have LA Knight. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Boza says, let's go back to these comments. Boza says, I think it would be done correctly. Paul Levesque ain't the type to screw it up. He will respect Wyndham. This was his creation. Yeah, I am inclined to agree. Dad agrees as well. Anthony says, LA Knight got eyes in the back of his head with that. Yeah, it has to be done right, says Dad. I got faith in Triple H. Anthony also says, LA Knight about to confirm himself for the King of the Ring. To be fair, LA was the last opponent for Bray. That is true, Boza. So that's what I mean. Like, is this Bo maybe coming for revenge for people who wronged his brother when he was in the business, like while he was here? Maybe are they going to use Bray as a part of the story, like as like a as like an entity, possibly? Just give it to me. L.A. Knight, yeah. Just give me all the drama and give me all the antics, please, and just make sure I get all the cinematography and filming and promos and vignettes and you know, Bo is going to wreak havoc on the microphone when it's time. Mello and Bobby too, both declared for King of the Ring. No way, really? Oh yeah. Well, I'm waiting for someone to claim to declare for King of the Ring as well. I am personally waiting for a certain Mr. Ilya Dragunov, who just got drafted to Monday Night Raw, the same roster that Gunther is a part of. I'll just keep saying that. I'm just going to keep saying that because I need to see those two go at it again. And I definitely think that that's going to happen in the qualifying matches for the King of the Ring. And if you're gonna ask me who my pick is, Gunther could definitely be one of those picks for me. Carlito, why did you attack Dragon Lee? Hold that thought. Oh, Dragon Lee is attacking Carlito, getting revenge on him from his attack blindedly or lying about his attack weeks ago. Alrighty, well. Poor Rey Mysterio, he doesn't really have the best of luck with people on his side because he ends up getting backstabbed, right? That's pretty terrible. Tag Team Championship on the line. We got the Street Profits with the cups back and the We Want the Smoke and yeah. And they're going back in the crowd. Wow. We haven't seen them do this in a long time. Dragon Lee versus Carlito will be added tomorrow in some way, either on the pre-show or on the card itself. I'm sure probably for the pre-show. It seems like a pre-show match to me. I don't want to see that in the mid-card. Is Dom right? Is Dom right about what? What are you getting at, Dad? Yeah, let's go Profits. If I had to pick one, I definitely pick the Profits. But I don't think it'll happen. But I'm just gonna go with them anyway because we love the Street Profits here. Look at go ahead, France. France is turned up. Well, was because this already technically we're looking at something that already happened. Time zones are freaking weird, aren't they? Like time zones got me like this. Where is it? Time zones got me like this. This is what the time zone got me like. Where is it? I know it's in here. Hey, did she delete the drop? Maybe she took the drop out. Oh yeah, here it is. This is what the time zones got me like.
Why would that man play games with me? Why would you play games with me?
That's the question I got for Father Time. Like, why are you playing games with me? Like, what? Like, this has already happened, and then people are gonna want to leak it, and now people on the East Coast are gonna be screwed because we're gonna get spoiled and everything. All the spoilers are gonna come out. Blah blah. Dad says maybe Ray's not as good as we thought. That's very big of you to say. My dad, I don't know about for all of you guys who don't know, because I'm sure not a lot of you guys do know, but my dad was very adamant on Rey Mysterio kicking Dom's ass for the last couple of WrestleManias and the disrespect and all that. Like, I don't know. Dad, are you turning a new leaf? Anthony says that WrestleMania Paul Heyman definitely wasn't no stranger to Philadelphia. Oh, absolutely not. Are you kidding? If he wasn't born in Brooklyn, he would have been born in Philly because of ECW. Period. Oh. What a night this has been. This has been a really good night. This is actually like it's a slow night, but it's not a terrible night. It's not. There's nothing bad that has happened. Like, there's nothing that's got me like, oh, that was stupid, or that wasn't really worth it, or that was fun. Like, everything has been actually really good, leading up to the end of this evening, and we still have a main event. We still have a main event to go to. Well, not a main event, but a face-off. So this technically, the tag team match is the main event match, but we also have the main event segment, which is going to be Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. Obviously, you got to finish it with the champ and the number one contender facing off before the night of their one-on-one is official. And no, Dad says, and no, I'm not going to be a Dom fan. Listen, I'm telling you guys, I said it in the beginning. And I said it to a lot of people because there's a lot of people that I do know that like Dom, and then there's a lot of people that I do know that don't like Dom. And Dom, I've been saying it ever since Dom turned heel. I said the minute that boy turns back into a face and goes on his full Viva la Raza Eddie Guerrero moment, please Listen, y'all are gonna love him when it's time to. Quote me on it now. Everybody in here, even you guys in the chat, even you guys watching, all 50 of you I see, big numbers here tonight. I'm so appreciative of it. I love to see it. But yeah, even you guys, make sure you guys quote me on it. And I said it. When Dom turns face, y'all are gonna love him when it's time. Watch. Because I already see it for him. I already see it. The boy's gonna, it's over. It's over. He gets so much heat now. When it's time to love him, forget it. It's a wrap. Look up a YouTuber, what former ECW star New Jack Perry says about the kind of guy Paul Heyman. New Jack says about the kind of guy Paul Heyman is. ECW in Philadelphia originally stood for Eastern Champion Wrestling until Paul Heyman took over and renamed it Extreme Championship Wrestling. Yes, absolutely. And he did a wonderful job, and we obviously would not have, the wrestling business would not have been the same without it. And the wrestling business would be nothing without ECW. I mean, not fully nothing, but you need you need that company, you need that promotion that's going to push the boundaries. You need the promotion that's going to step the game up and curse and do things out the box and just get wild and crazy. Because at the time, that was the thing. At the time, it was just no rules. The rules are there were no rules. There was barbed wire, flaming tables. It was just bashing each other in the head over with a can and a sledgehammer, or a 4x4 with barbed wire wrapped around it. Like, that was just the thing. And there's a lot of people that love their death matches, and they had a lot of those as well. And Paul Heyman was the main pillar of the reason why ECW was as successful as it was. So shout outs to the Hall of Famer, the undisputed wise man, Paul Heyman. And Street Profits off to a good start. I'm not sure what France is doing, but they're singing along to something. They're singing something, and they're just very hyped and very amped, as they should be. I'm not sure how this is gonna, but with the noise level, I'm not sure how it's gonna bode well for tomorrow night, being that they have a whole event there. I mean, I don't know. France should be used to this kind of thing by now. Anyway, they've had concerts in stadiums out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why complain about the noise, and why even host the show at all if you're going to complain about the noise, But maybe I'm overstepping my boundaries a little bit. I'm not sure what it's like, when things are done over there in France, because I've never even been there, and so maybe I shouldn't speak on what I don't know of. But at the end of the day, it does raise a question, and there's nothing wrong with questioning things. Montez Ford is a clown. Everybody saying C. Ooh, excuse me, getting a little tired here. What was it? Oh, they're saying that was 2. They're saying that was 2. Okay, got it. Okay. Anthony says, I'm from Philly, so I know all about ECW. The ECW arena was right down there in South Philly in Swanson, right under the I-95 highway. Actually, I was in that arena. I was in that arena for the Busted Open Radio party that they had, pre-party for WrestleMania weekend that they had. And Dave LaGreca was there. The Dudley Boys were there. Sandman was there. He literally walked right past me as he was making his entrance, which was crazy, which was pretty freaking wild. My dad used to be in love with the Sandman, and to see him actually walk past me, I was like, oh shit. Oh, okay, cool. And then he was on his way to his entrance. Like, I saw a camera guy and everything, like rolling with him and everything. And I was just like, that's pretty dope. I was able to see them say, Devon, get the tables, and Who else was on that panel? Dolph Ziggler was, well, excuse me, Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nemeth was there, and I'm trying to think of who else. There was someone else there pictured. I had a video of it, but they were all there on a panel, and you know, it was a cool night. It was actually really cool. I got some B-roll and footage of the building itself, which I should post soon because I haven't done that. There's still so much content that I have that I need to put together for you guys and for me as well. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool. It was definitely something historical because it's like it's not every day that you get to be in places like that, you know, and in a building that has such rich history, and as far as creating one of the biggest and brashest and one of the most boldest wrestling companies in the world, the ECW, was an honor. It was an honor to have my 2 feet cemented in that building, which was really cool. Let me see. You should come back and visit Philly again one of these days during WrestleMania. Did you stop at one of the cheesesteaks? I did not. I wanted to so bad. I kept seeing Miz, Caleb Braxton, and somebody else. They were going on like a cheesesteak tour, and they went to like all the good spots and, you know, Ishkabibbles, all the places that I've heard about, Geno's and everything like that. Like I've had Geno's Philly cheesesteaks before, and I had a couple of Philly cheesesteaks at the arena, which weren't bad either. They were worth it. Yeah, the cheesesteaks were really good. Boss Lady TK and I, we actually found a really cool hole in the wall Mexican spot, which was delicious. And it was like almost like a 5-star, like 4.8 star reviews. And we were just like, there's no way that this little place has that, like, but it was authentic Mexican food. It was so good. Anthony says you were there at the old ECW arena. Yeah, I was. I was there. I was there with the crew, and we were, you know, killing some time in between. Stand and Deliver and Mania Night 1, and we knew some people that were there. They invited us to go, and we went. So we just, you know, showed face for a little bit. We didn't really stay there for the whole thing, but we were there like for the ending portion of it, and at least for the good stuff. Before we knew it, we had to be back for WrestleMania. You should have told me you'd be there. I know, brother, but I didn't even know you then. now I know you. So next time I'm in Philly, I'll make sure to reach out to a brother. And we definitely hang with the WWT crew if there's ever other wrestling events in Philly, for sure. But yeah, that was honestly my own. Oh my Lord, he launched him. But that was my second time ever in Philly. My first time I was in Philly, I went with my husband and we went to Extreme Rules. But before that, we were originally there just to go for the Undertaker Deadman show, the first one that he did in Philly. Blockbuster. Oh my God, that was a terrible kip. It looked like he was about to do a kip up, but then he forgot. He was like, "Wait, I'm supposed to pin him." That's what it looked like. That's so funny. Wow. These matches are really hitting tonight. They're not, I don't think they're even like, I think it was the right call to put AOP in them at the mid card too. But this has been a good lineup for the night. Like just to, you know, just to get the palate cleansed a little bit to get us ready for the weekend. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was an eye poke, sir. That should be a DQ. What is wrong with Montez? No. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Street Profits lost, guys. It's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Not for nothing, I can't wait till they separate them so they can let Grayson Waller's theme song actually play, because I love Grayson Waller's theme song. Has anybody ever heard it? You should hear it. It's really good. It's one of my favorite theme songs, and I probably say this every other live stream that I do with you guys. And our tag team, our SmackDown tag team champions retain. Literally counting down the hours for Backlash, y'all, and now we are in the final 20 minutes of our Honey Smackdown watch along show, and we are still waiting for our face off this evening between our WWE champion Cody Rhodes and our number one contender for said title, which is AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. And tomorrow, the countdown to Backlash France will be hosted by Jackie Redmond, CM Punk, Big E, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. I feel bad for y'all in the Pacific time, man. But at least it's a Saturday night. Hopefully you guys are able to sleep in and watch along, you know. But, yeah. We have 12 p.m., so you guys will pretty much be already watching it. Oh, 1 p.m. it starts. Okay, so 1 p.m. and then 12 is the kickoff. Okay, I misunderstood. Kabuki Warriors versus Jade Cargill again and Bianca Belair, just to go over the card for the night. Then we have also Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and MFT Tama Tonga. And in case if y'all didn't know what MFT stood for, I could finally tell you. It's Mother Tonga, which I didn't realize. I looked it up on his Instagram and I was like, oh, well, of course it means that. Backlash, not Backlash. We also have our triple threat women's match, Naomi versus Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton. And the Judgment Days, Damian Priest, El Señor Campeón. We have them. We have him versus Jey Uso, the Yeet Master, and the main event. So this is going to be pretty good. And for the very first time since WrestleMania, the American Nightmare is in action. And we have him going against AJ Styles. And we should be getting ready to get into that face-off now. So start playing the music and let's go. Everybody needs to start singing. Get ready to sing along. First, of course, the phenomenal one will make his way out to the ring. Because, of course, you know, the champ is the headliner. Boza says the panel is at the network studios, but it's a different panel doing it. It's not Megan and Friends. It's Jackie and Friends. Yeah, I like this. Probably Megan and Friends, the other friends were probably doing the show that they just came from in Italy. So, you know, how they like to switch it up. Boza says it was so simple, Tama Tonga's nickname, but not that obvious. No, it really wasn't. Bianca and Jade are so much bigger than Kabuki Warriors, it doesn't even look fair. It really doesn't, but that doesn't mean that the match can't go well because of their styles in the ring will complement each other. We know that Jade and Bianca are going to bring the power end of their ability to the match, and then Kabuki Warriors, being that they've had such chemistry for such a long time, and you know they got their strong style, their Japanese strong style, and their high flyability and their technicality. It's all going to mesh very well, and I think it's going to be well done. Being that Asuka and Bianca have chemistry in the past anyway, is going to work out perfectly for Kairi Sane and Jade Cargill. It's also about keeping Jade safe as well. I think it's also a great way to see how she works with multiple people in the ring and not just in a rumble, not, you know what I mean? And not just in a setting where it's like a brawl out, but where it's like an official tag team match. And we've seen them already give us a good inkling of what they can do as a tag team in the last couple of weeks when they faced Piper Niven and Chelsea Green and other ladies as well. So, yeah. Boza says, I wouldn't be surprised if a random pre-show match ain't added 1 hour for a preview on 5 matches. 30 would have been enough. I feel like we could get some backstage segments during the kickoff. Some maybe some things that we, you know, would need to see in order for the night to keep going, like things that are going to take, play a part in some of the matches going forward later, you know, so maybe that's what it is. Yeah, you never know. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to expect. I think, and that's why it feels a little weird, because it's like WrestleMania. We were so high from the adrenaline and from the rush and from the excitement, and the road to WrestleMania was like so much. It's like It's like it's like Rock and Roman and Cody and all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden Roman and Rock are gone, and now it just like sucked the wind out of everything. But that means something else is going to be coming, and this is where it makes room for the possible Wyatt Six.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
It's really hard to fight the urge to believe that Uncle Howdy and the others could make an appearance, possibly. Uh-oh. Here is the Saudi Arabia announcement, Saudi Arabia show. Oh, they're doing a Smackdown? Hold on. Ooh, Friday Night Smackdown, May 24th, and King and Queen of the Ring, May 25th, both in the same weekend, going to be held and hosted in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. That is big. Wow. Wow, okay. And the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments begin this week, coming up on Monday and Friday Night Smackdown as well. So we got something to look forward to for next week, guys. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really big for the Jeddah fans in Saudi Arabia to have 2 shows. That's crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Talking about ECW, quick fact, while the Sandman and Raven had a rival going on in ECW, they were roommates in an apartment on South Street in Philly. That's a fun fact. I like that. Thanks for that, Anthony. It's sing-along time, guys. Here we go. I need everybody to give me a nice big whoa in the chat. Boza says, that is huge for Jeddah fans. I love it for them. They never got TV before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's hella huge. That's crazy. Adrenaline in my soul. I don't want to say your name wrong, but it says Duck Ngo or Duke. Duck or Duke. I don't want to say it wrong, but AJ versus Cody is happening. Yep. And who do you pick? Who's your pick for tomorrow, guys? Who's winning? Who's coming out as champ? Who's coming out on top? Is Cody retaining? Is AJ stealing it? What's happening? Anthony says Tiffy Time will be in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I think she should be in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but I think she should also keep her eyes on the Money in the Bank. Because when if you guys look on Women's Wrestling Talk, and make sure you guys go check out all our content and interviews that we did for WrestleMania weekend, and we still have a ton of content that's just being flooded out, and a lot of recent interviews going on with different promotions. But I did interview Tiffy Time for WWE Media Day during the weekend of WrestleMania, and I asked her, because I overheard her talking about possibly having her eye on the Money in the Bank. And I asked her, I said, so since you have your eyes on Money in the Bank, I just want you to confirm, can you confirm that that's what you have your eyes? She said, yeah. And I said, so is it possible that we could get a pink suitcase and some bedazzling? And she said, absolutely. You can't have none of that without Tiffy. So I liked where her head was at, and hopefully maybe that's what it really is. And we'll see what going forward, what the future holds for Miss Tiffy, and how she rises to be the cream of the tippy top. Tiffy top, excuse me. Cody Rhodes with the 3-piece suit vest, like he's not. I can't stand Cody. This man knows how to wear a damn suit. Okay, this man knows how. He looks like a count. It looks like a vampire in some cases. Like his suit, like he dresses like a vampire. I love that vest. That vest is sickening. Duke, good to see you. Pleasure. My real name is Duke from Chicago, Illinois. Pleasure to meet you, Duke. Thanks for joining us for our watch along. I appreciate your energy here. Anthony says, I love that Cody Rhodes theme song. I think everybody does. Duke says, I know CM Punk, he's from Chicago. Of course. Yes, he's the hometown hero in Chicago. I don't think, Anthony says, I don't think Tiffy wins the WWE Women's Championship tomorrow. I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I'm not sure what they're saying. What do you want to talk about? So, Leon, what do you want to talk about? I know what AJ wants to talk about. That purple tie goes great with that suit. Yeah, that's a really good look for that suit. Duke says, you're welcome. Happy Friday to you, Duke, and thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us here every week, every Friday. We're here on Women's Wrestling Talk, and I do my Honey Smackdown watch along. So, and right before the end of the show, I will give you all my plugs and include maybe some special things that are going to be up and coming and things that you could possibly check out with me afterwards, because I will be hanging out with some friends after this on YouTube and other streaming platforms as well. And I'll give you that plug before we head out of the show. But before we do, we need our face off for the night. And we have 8 minutes left for our SmackDown watch along. And the crowd is going crazy for Cody right now. Ooh. That's why nobody comes to Leon, he said. We were never on the same path. You had the path laid out for you, because one of us was the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And they welcomed you with open arms in WWE. That not so much the case for AJ back then. AJ made it his business not to join WWE, but I'm glad he finally did. He just did the Stardust gesture in front of him. You left, you packed your bags, and you couldn't handle it. One I never got to make because I was kept out of the WWE for years. And when I finally got here, I wasn't welcomed with open arms like you were. All right, AJ. Go off, AJ. Oh. Wow, it's getting spicy with these words. He's a little, AJ's got a little chip on his shoulder, huh? I beat all those legends that helped you at WrestleMania. I beat them the same way I would beat you at a Backlash. Well, okay. Music Destination, thank you for joining us in the chat. How long have you been watching wrestling? I started in 99. I've been watching since I was like 4. Since I was like 4 years old. And I was born in 88, so you do the math. Let's see. I'll be rooting for Tiffany to win the women's championship tomorrow, but I don't think it'll happen for her until at least SummerSlam. But I would like for her to win it. I think everybody would like for her to win it, but you can't rush these processes. You can't just throw the strap on them unless you really, because like if that's the case, they would have done it with LA Knight, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be patient with these things, and know that the moment will happen. Duke says that good AJ versus Cody both come from Atlanta. Yeah, both Atlanta boys, Georgia Dog fans, and both former Bullet Club members as well. I wonder if a lot of people remember that. Anthony says, I remember when Cody Rhodes' brother Dustin was Goldust years back in WWE. Oh yeah, those were the good old days for sure. WWE, AEW, TNA, AJ, and Cody. Yep. They waited till the last minute to sell me on Cody versus AJ, which they cared from the word go. Yo, Francis just lit up. They don't even care about the match. They're just singing. AJ wants to be, oh, that's too sweet. AJ wants to be a 3-time champion, Boza says. That would be pretty crazy. Oh, Cody Rhodes just got slapped in the face for the second time this year by another grown-ass man. AJ Styles just slapped the shit out of him. And that's the way it ends? Oh, there's a brawl in the back. We got a brawl in the back. We got a brawl in the back. Oh, we got a brawl going on. Kevin Owens versus Randy. Solo versus Randy and Tama Tonga versus Kevin Owens. Everybody's just beating the shit out of each other. It's just chaos in the back. Oh, what a chair shot. I'm so confused. That was a lot. That was so much. That was a lot. Well, all right. Let's just get into the rest of these comments and then we can wrap it up here. The tagline is Backlash where nightmares come true. Will Cody have a nightmare and lose, or will AJ have a nightmare and not win? I don't know. We would have to see tomorrow. France is really giving the pop. Yeah, I agree, Dad. Randy and KO and the Bloodline are getting it on in the back. Well, not literally, but yeah, I know what you meant. Music Destination, your top 5 wrestlers, past or present. Oh man, this is a lot. Man, why didn't you come on in earlier? We would have been able to talk about this all day. This is why I do this. Top 5 wrestlers, past or present. It's really hard to say at the moment. I'm gonna have to think about that, but I will get back to you on it. I could give you a quick flash one now as far as past and present mixture. Just going off the top of my head, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and I don't know. There's just a lot of them, but those are that's a handful, almost pretty much right there, like full, like you know what I meant. But yeah, thank you for the question though, Music Destination. But I try to answer as fast as I could because we are pretty much wrapping it up here, and we are pretty much out of time. And that is the end of our Honey Smackdown watch along, guys. I appreciate all of you guys joining me tonight. I appreciate all the energy in the chat. You guys are really active today, and I appreciate the views and the numbers. Don't be afraid to say hello and come on in and chill and, hang out with us and, let your hair down and talk all this kinds of wrestling shit with me. I love doing it here. Let's see. Frog Splash. Shout outs to you, Frog Splash. Thanks for joining. Let's see. I'm going to give everybody some shout outs here. Duke, Frog Splash, Matt, thank you. Music Destination, Anthony, Dad, Boza, DJ Magic J was in here. Cindy'll as well. If there's anybody else that I might have missed, I apologize, and please do not take offense, because you can join me here again next week for next Friday. We have the next Honey Smackdown watch along, which we will surely be talking about the aftermath of tomorrow by then. And also, we are on the cusp of finishing up our draft, and the roster is officially being locked in on Monday as well. Let's see. I appreciate everybody for joining me today. You guys can find me here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the crew on WWT Live. Shout outs to Boss Lady. Shout outs to Sed. Shout out to Professor. Shout out to everybody else in the group. Jason, who's a new addition to our family as well. Christina, Candace, everybody in the chat. Jacob as well. All the love goes to you guys and the WWT crew. Always appreciate your love and support, and for bringing me in to this family, being able to do this with you guys. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Shout outs to everybody in the views. Even though you're a little shy, it's okay. Don't be afraid. I don't sting. I am as sweet as can be. I try to be. I promise. And yeah, so you can find me here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can also find me on Wednesday mornings. We have our NXT post show going on now. We just had our first one this past week, so make sure you guys check that out from this week, from the post spring break-in post show. And let's see, we got a bunch of other things coming up. We are going to have a Backlash watch along with Kyle Knockouts and 3 Counts podcast as well, our boy in Detroit. We are also going to have a post show as well. Not sure who's going to be involved with that, but we got a lot going on tomorrow and for the weekend. You can also find me on TikTok, Wrestling with Honey, Instagram, Wrestling with Honey, Facebook, Wrestling W Honey. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the new YouTube. That's going to be up and running soon, the Wrestling with Honey podcast. We are also going to be starting a WWT monthly, well, I'm not sure how often, but we're going to be doing a little book club, book review. And the first book that we're choosing to review is Becky Lynch, Not Your Average Girl, which is going to be pretty awesome. I read it front to back, full through in the book. I'm an avid book reader, so I like literally reading the books. Or you can also listen to it on audio, on Spotify as well, according to TK, because she gave that little plug in as well. Let's see. Do we have any more? Yes, I do have a Facebook. Find my Facebook on Wrestling W Honey. Just search for my page there, and you could find all of my stuff there. Everything I post on Instagram as well, Wrestling with Honey. And and also really quick, one more thing before we go. I do have I am going to be doing a prediction show right after this today. So make sure you guys go over to my friends at Sports Mark Analyst. That's SportsMarkAnalysts. Go shout out them and go follow them, like and subscribe to their YouTube. Follow them on all streaming platforms. I'm going to be joining the boys over there, my friends over there, and we're going to be doing all our Backlash predictions next after I'm done here. But I appreciate everybody. Javon, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, France is already loud. Apparently they already got noise complaints, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be loud. And I can't wait to see the aftermath of all the results from the matches tonight. We got the tag teams in action. We got Cody and AJ, Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. And who knows, maybe something else might happen, being that all these scanner codes and QR codes keep popping up still on every branch, on every platform, on every show every week. And who knows, France might be giving us a little something bigger than what we think we're getting. So, but that is all we have for today for our Wrestling with Honey and Women's Wrestling Talk Honey Smackdown watch along. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet. Make sure you guys go over to Sports Mark Analyst. I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet.